when you get a girlfriend, just already have some pads in stock in
No,
your bathroom.
Isn't that kind of weird?
No,
though, if I
it's not
just
weird.
have-
That would give you so many points.
Today's video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform designed to help you build your brand or business online. Whether that's starting out or scaling up your digital presence, Squarespace has got you covered. More on that later. Hi, and welcome back to the Bake Room, a place for storytellers to come and talk about life, love, and everything that comes in between. My name's Michelle.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Mish. Now we're doing the Asking for a Friend segment. Every episode, we receive questions from coworkers and viewers who are hoping to gain invaluable or potentially unvaluable advice on love and relationships. And this question is from
Austin!
Surprise!
Again.
Surprise!
Austin has all the questions.
I just have a lot of questions about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Asking our wisdom.
I'm trying to gain some wisdom right now.
Yeah,
we got you.
And this question is for me and all the other ignorant men in the world.
Tell him.
Happy Women's History Month.
Yeah, Happy
Let's go.
Women's Heritage Month. History Month.
I love saying that.
What are like girl things that guys should know? Like,
Going into it.
yeah, we've talked about this in the office before. And I realized like talking to people that have relationships, like, oh yeah, knowing how to pick things up for their significant others is like, oh, tampons have wings? No, pads have wings. Can tampons have wings?
Oh,
Tampons
no.
cannot have wings.
Chris is behind the camera, just shaking his head. FYI.
Do you know how
this is
people,
why we need this.
Do you know how you apply a pad?
Is there sticky? Is it glue? Like a sticky part of it?
Not glue, but yes, sticky.
Yeah,
And
so
then-
where do you put it? Where do you put the sticky side?
This is an open conversation.
Wait,
to
the
have.
sticky
No
side
taboo.
has to go on the skin side?
There was a TikTok trend about
I
this to
know.
see if guys knew how pads are applied.
Is
You
it
are
on? okay.
incorrect.
It goes on
No.
underwear.
Yes.
It's like a diaper.
Oh.
It's like a part
Like,
of
you
a
don't put
diaper.
a diaper like inside
You don't,
out.
yeah, you
on
don't
the
stick it.
skin. You're like
Oh.
catching something, you know? So it needs to like catch something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think it was blocking it? It's like blocking.
I thought it like went over. Oh, but that would make it.
It would block then.
Oh.
How do you pee?
Oh. I thought you would just use a new one every time after.
After you pee?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
Sometimes
people do that depending
Okay.
on how heavy their flow is, but
So if your future girlfriend asks you like, "Hey, babe, can you buy me pads?"
Do you want with or without wings?
no, that's a trick
Chicken
question.
wings?
It's always with wings.
Always with wings?
Yeah, I don't know anyone that
Doesn't like
want
wings,
It.
yeah.
You know what it means? The wings?
They're little flappy flaps on the side, right?
Yeah. Why?
Well,
What's
now
the
that I
point
know
of
it goes on the underwear, does it wrap around the underwear?
Yes.
Yes. So it doesn't because without the wing, then the side of it can overflow and then it can go onto
Or it, like,
your
moves.
underwear.
Oh, I'm not gonna say what I thought they did before I realized it
It's
was
okay.
underwear.
It's okay. Do you know what panty liners are?
Those aren't just pads?
There's different thickness of pads.
Yeah, so panty liner is not as it does not soak as much. It's
Very,
usually
very
for
thin.
yeah, so it's usually for like when it's about to start because it doesn't like suddenly flow like a waterfall when a woman's period comes.
Oh.
It like slowly.
Do you know
trickles.
why there's different thickness though?
Comfortability?
No.
Okay.
No, it's
you were not
okay.
taught this.
I'm surprised because you have a sister.
I have a sister. She didn't talk about this stuff with me.
You know,
guess that's fair.
if I was an older sister with a younger brother, I would not talk about this with him.
Yeah.
I guess it's fair. No, it is based on like the thickness is kind of like your flow, like how much. You know what it means flow?
Yeah, I can assume.
How much volume
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
things
yeah,
are,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're someone that has a lot, because every person's different.
Yeah.
So it's not always gonna be the same. So it's like some people need really thick ones, especially at night.
Yeah.
But when you're lighter, the next few days, and you just need a thinner one. So it's not about comfort. It's about like you're making sure nothing spills.
Yeah.
You know?
Then why not always just get like the most?
Because it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So it is
We
a
just
little bit of
suffer.
comfortability.
Yeah, but sometimes you need it to be functional first.
Oh.
You know,
Right.
technically, some people you can just fall. There's adult diapers. You know,
There
if
are
people.
adult
No, I'm not
diapers.
joking. Like
Yeah,
there
yeah,
are.
people like some people like bleed really heavily, so it's
Yeah.
like that's just
Oh,
easier.
people they
like that's
use it for
just
that.
Yeah,
it's
no,
just,
some
like,
people have
easier.
really
Oh.
heavy flows.
Then it's just easier for them. If your girlfriend is like, "Can you give me some tampons?" Do you know what they look like?
Yeah. They're little tubes.
Yeah, and then you
Mhm.
know that is there different. How do you know? Is there different what? Like different.
So it's similar to pads
Yeah.
where there are different absorbency.
Well, there's no winged tampon.
No.
No, there are not. But you should not get the tampons that are cardboard tubes because that's very uncomfortable to apply.
So you have to look at applicator. Like, is it
Usually the
cardboard
plastic
or
ones are
plastic?
better.
And
Even
then
though it's not eco-friendly.
there's
but
different sizes, but it's different than like how pads are.
Yeah.
Because there's like, wait, I'm trying to remember. There's L, there's R, S,
I don't actually know.
What's R stand for?
Regular.
regular.
Oh, okay.
Is there one after S?
So there's light, regular, super, super plus, and ultra.
Oh yeah, ultra. Ultra.
I don't know why they call it sizes, but it's just how much it can absorb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like the absorbability of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the ultra is for very heavy flow.
Wow, now you're ready if it's your
Oh.
girl's time of the month.
Do you know what cups are?
Oh,
You guys were explaining that to me. I don't understand how that
they
works.
call it like diva cups, right?
There's diva cups. There are other. They're just menstrual
That-
cups.
that-
There's like
seems-
different. There's just many different ways that people use to just catch up the blood, you
Yeah.
know, because there's like those are more like eco-friendly
But then,
options.
as long as I know, like the main, like pads and tampons are the
Yeah,
main ones.
yeah.
And as long as I know the different sizes and the
Yeah.
types.
Yeah, and
I
you know
think
that
I'm
it's
okay.
about absorption.
Mhm.
Like tampons are about absorbing and not size. Okay, that's
It's not
the big.
gonna be the
That's like a big
misconception.
misunderstanding that guys always assume. And if your future girlfriend knows that, like, if you make that mistake of thinking, oh, is I just for size, right? She's gonna slap you. Yep. So it's good to know it's absorption.
Absorption.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, no, it is good to know.
You know what you should do when you get a girlfriend? Just already have some pads in stock for
No,
your bathroom.
Isn't that kind of weird?
No,
though, if
it's
I just
not weird.
have
No, for your
pads?
girlfriend, for your girlfriend.
No, when
not
you
like
start dating them.
dating, yeah.
Oh,
When
be like,
you start dating them,
Not like when
'cause
you-
you're
yeah.
assuming that they're gonna come over, then you buy.
That's-
You
yeah.
ask them.
Yeah, what's your
kind of
favorite
pads-
brand?
Yes, that would give you so many points.
But this is when you guys are serious, FYI.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like
no,
second
no.
date. Hey, by the way, what's your favorite
No,
brand?
no.
It's if like maybe like after the first 1 or 2 times they go over to your place.
Okay.
And then
okay.
just being like, oh, you know what? Like, I already know that you're gonna come over a lot. So, what's your favorite?
It's like
type
getting
of pad.
it's like getting an extra toothbrush for them.
Yeah,
Oh.
but not that serious. It's not enough where it would scare them, but it's
Yeah.
enough to be like, oh my god, you're so considerate.
it's-
You
it's
already see a
less-
future where I would have my period when I'm at your place. So I don't have to bring
I think it's a little
my
bit
pads.
down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not again. Do not do this at the beginning. That's
Yeah, yeah,
scary.
Unhinged. Hey, first question.
No.
One thing you want to know about me,
Oh my gosh.
or I want to know about you.
But yeah, this is good to know.
The sponsor of today's video is Squarespace. Squarespace has been essential in building out our online presence over the years. Being a production company, it's important for us to be able to showcase our videos in one place. With Squarespace, it's easier than ever to show off your video content. You can upload and organize all your content into stunning video libraries. You can even choose to monetize your content, which is perfect for online courses and other premium content. Also, Squarespace helps you get more easily discovered with the help of their integrated SEO tools. All sites on Squarespace are optimized to show up more often on search engines and help you get discovered by the right people. And if you're looking for ways to connect more with your community, you can now fundraise directly through Squarespace with the built-in donation tools. You can build a professional website that makes it easy to accept one-time contributions or recurring donations for your cause. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/wongfu to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now let's get back to the video.
This one's a very unserious one. The Dyson Airwrap. What's the difference between that and like a regular hair curler?
It's just bougier.
Is this fancy?
No, it's like
just
quicker.
fancy.
It's quicker also.
Oh, okay.
It
It's
is
less,
quicker.
It's less work.
It's like it can the Airwraps specifically because Dyson has a regular like hair dryer circle one, but then there's a
Oh.
wrap one where it can curl your hair.
Like for demonstration, like you know what a curling iron
Yeah,
is,
yeah, I know
right?
that one.
You know what? It's like hot. It's hot,
An
right?
iron, yeah.
And then you have to like physically like wrap your hair like that. You have to wait, blah 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 blah,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to do that every single time on all your hair. But the Dyson Airwrap one is that you just put it near it and it goes on its
It'll-
own.
because it uses
the
air.
air.
So it'll like suction it where not
Oh.
suction, but it'll like the
Some-
airflow will
There's some
like,
technology.
will wrap your hair
for
around
you?
it. It has to be a specific
The
type
angle.
of dampness. It
Yeah.
cannot be dry, but it cannot be wet.
But that's what
Oh,
people
I
are
get
really
it. That's
annoying.
like when I do my hair. I have to wait. Like I have to shower, I get my hair wet and dry it off with the towel. But if I wait too long and it dries, then it's too hard to do.
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
with.
So,
Yeah.
but the whole point is that it's faster. So it's like they just it goes like
Oh.
bloop, it's near it, and it like wraps, and then you wait for 1, 2, 3, done, droop, and then you do it again and again and
Yeah.
again instead of like physically having to wrap your hair, and you have to wait a good amount of minutes. You have to like hold
yeah.
your hair and the iron very close to your
Well, sometimes-
scalp.
Sometimes it's like you have to do that, but I have one where it clamps, right? So it'll
Yeah.
clamp.
but you're still holding it up.
Yeah,
and
you're holding
still,
it like
you're
this.
still
You have to hold the
twirling
air
it.
wrap up too.
Yeah, but it's quicker though.
Yeah,
But
but
it is more bougie.
Do you ever
just
burn
bougie.
yourself on the iron?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh.
so with the air wrap, you probably will not burn yourself.
Yeah.
I've never burned myself.
Sometimes for some of them, you need for the wands at least because there's curling iron, and a wand.
What's the wand?
There's two different.
the wand
things.
is the one where you have to physically like.
It's just
wrap
a
your
rod. It's
hair.
just a
It's
rod.
a hot rod.
It's just a hot rod.
And there's a handle, obviously, but yes.
But then the curling iron. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
So it has a clamp.
Yeah, I know
but
the iron.
it's like
Yeah,
still a hot rod, but with the clamp.
Yeah, but like you can like if you're trying to wrap it, at least it's like cool
you could just
side,
go.
right?
No, wait, what?
There's no
Like-
cool side. There's no cool
there's
side.
like
It's
a
all
clamp
hot.
How about the outside of it?
It
No,
is
they're
all
all
hot.
hot.
It's
The
all
clamp
hot.
is also the whole.
It's all
The
metal.
curling iron is the difference. It's just that there's a clamp. Because
Yeah.
the wand is just no clamp, and then sometimes it's so
Oh.
hot that
They give
some
you a
people put
glove.
gloves,
They give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
a glove, a heat protecting glove.
like so that when you do it,
You
you're
wrap it, you won't
because you
burn your
have to
hand.
hold sometimes the other side, and then it's hot.
Dude, my first year
It's
of
hot.
trying to use a curling iron, I burned my neck.
People thought it was a hickey.
Yes! I
That's
had,
why when
I had to
you-
wear a Band-Aid to school. It was really bad.
That's why when you hear like in movies, sometimes right, people are like, "Oh, it's just the curling iron," and that's why they like say it's like a hickey.
Yeah.
Dyson Airwrap, it is just bougier, and I haven't tried it before, but
has
I
a
do
mul-
hear it's nice. But there are like cheaper
The shark dupe.
dupe
know about
versions
that
of
one.
it.
Wow, you know the shark dupe. That's kind
My
of
friend was
impressive.
telling me
know.
about it.
Wow,
I think what people like about it is like it's multifunctional because you have different
you can
like
change out
you can change out
the,
the, head.
accessories.
Yeah.
the
On the
parts.
shark one?
No,
No,
on the
the
Dyson.
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 You know how much they are too?
650?
But it's a hair dryer and a curler at the same time, and then there are other accessories. Some people will say it's like a 5-in-1.
Oh.
So that in guy terms, it's like so that one day you could do middle part, other times you could do a little curly waves, or other part you just do a quiff.
A
You know-
quiff?
What's a quiff?
You don't know what a quiff is?
It's a guy term.
I don't know what a quiff. I've never heard of a
A
quiff.
quiff. Do you know what I'm talking about though?
It's like this. It's like what Phil liked to do in the past.
Yes.
Oh.
It's just a taller top, and then it's like the front.
It's like a front instead of going to the side. It's straight up.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's called a quiff.
I guess so.
Okay. Well, I guess I did not help guy terms. I was trying to put girl terms in guy terms.
Oh, I just think we don't use, or maybe it's just me. I don't
or maybe
know
that's
the
just a
terms.
girl. Girls were really into
Yeah.
that before. That's why.
Into quiffs.
Yeah.
I personally don't think the air wrap thing is that important, though. You don't need to know it.
Oh no, I was just curious about
Oh, okay,
it.
okay.
Okay, and then I have one more question. This is
Sorry.
this is going back to the original
Okay,
thing that we were
okay,
talking
okay,
about.
yes.
Like, if a girl is having this is not even like so much girlfriends, just in general. Like, if a girl is having the time of the month, like, first off, like,
Even a friend,
even a friend, like, and this is assuming they tell you or something, like,
or
'cause-
you hear about it.
or hear about it, because like I don't know how you would know otherwise, but like if you hear about it or something, like what do you do to like, I don't know, help, or like what is
Well,
so
one
like-
thing you don't do. One thing you don't do is ask them if they're on their period.
yeah,
'Cause
I
then you-
know not to ask.
Good job.
It's more just being understanding, that if it's just your friend, if they're saying that they are going through pain, like don't invalidate it, I guess. And then if people do tend to cancel on things also because
Yeah.
it hurts, it really hurts.
Oh.
And sometimes you don't have, it's not even the hurt part, but it's like you have you're so tired.
Yeah.
Like, you're so fatigued.
Yeah.
Like imagine like how you
Mhm.
feel like after a fever or after you like, feel
No,
sick.
think about it when
feels tiring to like get up
after a day
sometimes.
on set. Imagine that.
Yeah.
But every day when you're on your period.
So
Is that tiring?
Yes.
yes.
It's
Especially
tiring,
the
dude.
first days.
Yes.
Even like today, you know, I was just like, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna die. But
You're on your period?
yes, surprise.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Girls are very good at hiding when they're on their period, by
Yeah.
the way.
Well, thank you so much for doing this episode, Mish. I
No, it's
appreciate
okay. I
it.
took a lot of ibuprofen, and it all digested and it's working right now.
Thanks, drugs.
There's always this misconception that whenever there's hidden pain,
Yeah.
you know, that can be with any sickness or etc., but with periods especially, it's like a hidden pain that no one sees. Like you can't see it physically from someone. They always like to brush, some people if that are not affected by it kind of like brush it off. They're like, oh, does it actually hurt, or like, you know, they're overreacting. But just understanding from that perspective that,
Yeah.
you know, to not kind of invalidate what they're going through, and if they do feel tired or need to skip out on the plans or do something else, then just kind of like support that. But then if it's your girlfriend, then there's other things.
Yes,
you have
there are
to
other
Okay, we
do.
can get into that then. So if it is your girlfriend or what do you do instead?
It's like girls don't do this on purpose, but like sometimes we can get a little testy. Like we can just get really irritated very fast, very impatient. So just kind of be a little understanding. Like if it looks like she's starting a fight, sometimes I don't know, it just happens, man.
I know it sounds so bad,
But sometimes it's just like
I
you're
just
just
need-
so
you
irritated,
just need space.
and then you might want to try to like fight back. But if you know she's on her period, just like
Give her favorite
Give her-
things.
yeah,
If
like-
she wants ice cream.
just like back off a little bit and just like have some space between you two. But also, yes, get her some of her favorite things. Like be a little bit more affectionate. It's a very hard time.
So-
Yeah.
back off in terms of like.
And, like if you're starting to get into an argument, let's say like she picks on you for something, being like, oh my god, you're such a bad driver, and you get really offended by it, but you also know she's on a period, just be like, okay, she just needs to let it out right now, and just don't like argue back. Obviously pin it for later, obviously not saying to let it go, but in the moment don't engage as much as you usually would, because it might just get worse.
Got
Yeah.
it.
And also ask an extra brownie points would be like, oh, is there anything like I can do for you?
Would you tell your significant other usually when it is happening or no?
I feel like
I will always
yeah.
say, I think my period's coming. Like even with girlfriends, it's like, oh, I can feel my period coming.
Yeah.
I
think
would actually say the opposite. I would say
Oh,
like
really?
you, maybe it's like, if it's like first time the period has come or the second time, right? Fine, I'll tell you what I like.
Oh, okay.
But if
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
that's true.
a year into the relationship, you're asking me what you could do for me.
But there are different things that happen every time though.
I guess so. But it's like I would be the type who would like to see the effort put in
That's
first.
true.
Or I guess the question I guess they should know what to get you, but should they know, like, are you gonna tell them when it happens?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay,
they'll
okay.
you'll
I
know.
think usually like
You'll know.
people in relationships, it's pretty normal to share that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You'll know. If you don't know by her telling you, you will know in the toilet. Like you will know in the trash can.
Yeah, that is true. I apologize, but sometimes, but it is
Just take it a
it's
little
rough
easier.
sometimes.
It do be rough sometimes, especially if there's a bunch of stressful things that are
Mhm.
like at work or family, and you're having your period.
Because just
It's
imagine, like, you know
Mm.
how sometimes, like, there's that stereotype, because, you know, we're talking about also some stereotypes about women and their periods, but it's like, you know how, like, there's stereotype of, like, men when they're sick, they're just, like, they cannot do anything themselves, and, like, it's just, like, you know, something like, oh, everything's so hard, blah, blah. It's kind of that, you know, just imagine, like, that mindset, how we
Uh,
have it every month, you know?
So it's like kind of being, and not exactly, it was almost
No,
kind of being sick.
It is like being sick.
Oh.
You're also likely to get more sick.
when it happens.
Yeah, because your immune system is lower.
Oh.
Yeah, our body's attacking us by saying that we're not pregnant.
Yeah.
We're like, you're not pregnant! Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Boom,
So
boom,
you know
boom.
what? Those are the moments where it's like, you know, step up a little bit. Just be like, you know what? I'll pick what we get for dinner,
Yeah.
or I'll drive.
But if it's a problem, you know, if like I'm not saying that you should always be the punching bag.
No, yeah.
That's just like
Mhm.
some things to consider. But if it really is a problem, then something you talk about after.
Yeah. Obviously, having a period is not an excuse to be a bitch.
Mhm.
If you're approaching her with a conflict,
Be ready to like de-escalate.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, just
Okay.
that's it. Just
Yeah,
be
just
ready to just
de-escalate.
de-escalate. Period.
Okay.
And then you can be like, and then later on,
Like a pun.
haha.
No, it's not.
And then later on, afterwards, you're like,
Then
hey,
you can bring
babe,
it up.
I think it was just so funny how last week.
So I was bad at driving.
Just remember that, like, if it's a conflict that can be like that, you can wait to address it. Just wait until after, because then it's like, do you want to have a conversation with a drunk person?
Yes,
No. You want to have a
exactly.
conversation
That's
with
what-
someone who is fully there. No, I'm saying as a woman,
No,
when I'm on my period,
agree.
I'm not fully there.
Yeah.
Like I'm. It's like another.
That is true. It's like, yeah, we're gonna like have a talk about someone that's blacked out drunk right now. No, you're gonna talk about it
Like,
later.
and I'm saying this is personal experience. Some other women can handle themselves really, really well when they're on their period, and they can make really good, well-informed decisions. But for me, if I'm gonna be in an argument, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm in a different state. I'm like blacked out.
I fully underestimated what it's like.
yeah, we need to do the simulator.
Yeah, we need to get a simulator.
There's simulator?
Yeah.
No, there's a
Yes.
cramp simulator.
I want to do it. I keep saying that every year, but I think this
So
time
if anyone
I'll do it.
has any hookups for any menstrual pain cramp stimulator, let us know. We can make content out of it, and we'll credit you.
Before this keeps going, I think this has been the most educational episode we've ever had. I've learned so much today.
Good.
Yeah.
This
And-
is supposed to be an open space that's
Yeah.
not supposed to be embarrassing to talk about also. I think
Yes.
everyone should be educated on
Yes.
these things.
Yeah.
I feel like there will be a part 2 of this kind of conversation. But
Mhm.
if anyone else has any questions about any general
Mhm.
things, if it's specific, we can enlighten you with our advice about.
Mhm.
Let us know. We have a form on our description.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, it seems like we're running out of time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And on behalf of the ignorant men, we appreciate you guys taking your time to explain this to us.
Now
yeah.
you're not ignorant. Yay.
Everyone's just learning.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thanks
See
for
you guys
watching.
next time.
Period.
Bye. Period.
Am I allowed to say it?
No. Just kidding. Yes, go.
Period.